decided I'm done dating for love. It's stupid. Dating for love is dumb, and I don't wanna do it anymore. I don't wanna do it anymore. I don't wanna do it anymore. I don't wanna date for love anymore. I'm done. I'm out here looking for a new book recommendation. I'm out here looking for a new coffee shop, a new restaurant, maybe a new YouTube personality to watch, a good little movie recommendation, maybe a funny reel, a funny reel every once in a while. Maybe some flowers, I'm not gonna lie, getting flowers, especially within like maybe the first like few dates, like it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't even really like going out to eat with somebody. Like I'd much rather just like drink a coffee, and like, honestly, I'd rather pay for my own coffee than have somebody else pay for it, because it just makes me very uncomfortable. I'm like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
1, 2, 3, let's go!
However, I don't want to date for love anymore, because I think we are all trying to play a game that nobody knows how to play, and everyone has a different version of what it means to win. And what happened to just meeting people? Take the pressure off, you know? Like I just don't want the pressure. I don't want the pressure. It's very aggressive. No, but for real, why are we trying to date for love? Because like I get it, it sounds nice, it sounds very nice, but I think like we all think love is like lurking around the corner, like ready to pop out from anywhere, from anybody, and so we just end up in these like weird like little limbo situations where it's like we know that we don't really know the person, and we probably shouldn't be like, you know, having all these love feelings and stuff like that, but yet we're feeling it, and then next thing you know, it's actually not that person, even though we've had all of these feelings and we want it to be that person, but it's not that person, and it's like this weird little situation. And like I kind of just want to know the person. I kind of just want to know the person. I just want to be like, yeah, like we've been friends for like a while, and like I kind of know who you are now, and now it's like it feels a lot better to like understand like what's going on here. And I'm also just like sick of this like internet reality of like manipulating ourselves to like find love. Like there's like this like feminine energy, like, oh, like if you act like this, then you're gonna attract to like high value men. Like that's gross. Like stop with that. Stop it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Like I just want a nice person, you know? Like I don't like the like weird manipulative like rules that I have to learn to like fall in love with somebody, like to get them to fall in love with me. And then next thing you know, you're in a situation where you're being manipulated, and then you end the relationship and you're like, they manipulated me. Meanwhile, from day one, you're out here trying to like hold your cup a certain way to like attract the high value man, because a high value woman doesn't hold her cup like this. She holds it like, she holds it like this. Or like whatever the thing on the internet is telling you. It's just too much out in the world telling you like how to be like loved, and it's not enough of just like, why don't you be yourself? Why is nobody giving you the actual advice? It's like said as like a nice thing, like, you know, your friend's going out on a date and you're like, be yourself, and it's like this like kind of corny little thing to say, but it's like, why don't you just be yourself? That's all I've ever wanted to be. That's literally all I've ever wanted to be. I just want to be loved for who I am. So why are we trying to like date for love when we think we have to like manipulate ourselves to like get the love? Like why can't we just like be ourselves, and then if something happens, then like something happens, and that's great, but like I made these roasted vegetables last night. I didn't roast them, I literally cooked them on the stove. Potato, beets, carrots, and I threw an apple in here as well. No, but honestly, I think trying to date for love actually hinders everyone from enjoying the experience of dating. Because you know what? Dating is fun. If you're not trying to like win some prize that no one actually knows how to win, because every single player and every single like situation is like a weird little different game, and there's no way you have the rule book, because you just don't, like no one does. If we just date to like meet people and like have a conversation, just to like go out, talk to somebody different, talk to somebody new, get a new perspective, connect with somebody that is outside of the norm of connection that you normally would connect with. Why don't you just date for that? And I feel like it makes the whole experience so much more pleasant, because you're not expecting anything. You're not expecting to like feel lovey-dovey feelings and like be married and with like 4 kids with the next attractive person that you go out on a date with, and like hope that they're like have all the same values and like treat you well and stuff. Like if you just like go out there and be like, yeah, I thought that they were attractive and that's why I said yes to this date, or I thought that they were cool and that's why I said yes to the date, but turns out like we have nothing in common, and that's okay. That's fine, no hard feelings. Like I just want to enjoy I just want to enjoy my life. I just want to enjoy my experience on this weird little earth thing that we're all on, spinning around in the universe, and just be like, yeah, talked to this guy and like learned about this new thing that I've never learned about before, and now I have an interesting new topic to hyper obsess over for the next like month or so and like learn a bunch, and then like we move on, and then we, you know, I wouldn't be where I am if I did not date somebody that I actually didn't love, and after like 6 months, 3 continents and 4 countries realize, yeah, like I don't love this person, so like why am I still with them after like 6 months? I wouldn't be here where I am right now if I didn't see that person. I was dating for love. I was. But that's what made the experience miserable. I think I would have enjoyed the experience so much more if I just dated the person and be like, yeah, like this is cool. We're doing this together, and isn't this like a cool life experience that we both get to have? And like it doesn't matter if we don't end up together forever and like married with 4 kids. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter, because we're here right now. And that's awesome. And that's really cool. Do you know what I'm saying? I really need to buy a high smoke point oil, because right now I don't have one, and the butter burns so bad when I put it in this pan. Like everyone's out here saying that they want to be best friends with the person that they fall in love with, but they're out here not trying to be friends with them first. How does that make any sense? It's just the one reel on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok that goes viral that's like, once I've done all of these things, then I found the love of my life, and now we've been together for 8 years, and he is absolutely perfect and treats me like the most amazing queen, which I honestly don't really like, because like why do we want like the monarchy? Like no one wants a monarchy. No one wants like the patriarchal system of like a monarchy. No one wants that. No one does. So what we've been fighting against. I don't know. I just want to be treated like a good person. Basic human decency and consideration and love and care. When that one reel goes viral, because everyone thinks that they have to do, like I literally just want to break this thing. Everyone thinks that they have to do those things, right? To find the love of their life. But like ultimately, do what you think is right. Do what feels good to you. Anyways, breakfast is ready. I haven't made breakfast with you guys in a very long time. It looks pretty scrumptious dumptious. I'm gonna use this mic for the rest of the video. I don't know why I didn't already use it for the start of the video, but hey. So today, we're gonna go on a little adventure, and I need to find a couple things for my apartment, and I'm just gonna keep randomly talking about dating throughout the entire video, because you know what? It's something I am passionate about in some way. shape, or form. I don't know. I find the psychology of it really interesting. I find the shame-based mindsets incentivized with love and attraction and love languages and all of this, like, all really fascinating. Like, you know who made up love languages? You know who made them up? You know who did that? A pastor. A pastor. Not a psychologist. Not somebody deeply trained in human psychology. No, a pastor. And it apparently, if you read this book from like 1992, I have not read it. I have just had other people that have read it interpret it to me, and apparently it's deeply misogynistic. And so guess what? Love languages aren't real. That's not a real thing. Our whole basis of like how we communicate with people over the last like 20 to 30 years is all a lie. But on a positive note, I need a lamp. I need a lamp for my living room. I didn't get a car, but I did get a friend that has a car that is not here right now. So, pretty nice. Let's go get some stuff for my apartment because I got it, but I'm on a budget. I'm on a strict budget, actually. Like, we are spending max 100 Canadian dollars. Like, that's it. So I've been at this for a little bit now, and it has not been very interesting, but I did find this really cool, like, photo album. So this is Namibia. Swakopmund is a place in Namibia on the coast in 1959. The whole book is like filled with different places in Namibia and like in Africa and stuff. Like, it's just such a cool book. So cool. 1960. Windhoek, the capital of Namibia. This is so cool. In the same way you don't date with intentions, you don't thrift with intentions. I've been wandering around, finding nothing. Nothing I need. And that is annoying, just like I've been doing for years with dating. I did find a couple projects. I don't know what's up with me. Why do I like projects just like I like my men? Huh? Huh? Just like I like my men, I like my projects. Oh, okay. Did I choose the ugliest pedestals, box things ever? Yes, I did. I did. But they were very affordable. And like I already said, they're a project. So someone like covered these in like wallpaper. Like, what even is this? Like, why would you do such a thing? Like, why? Why would you do that? You know, like, it's just not, it's really ugly. It's really horrendous. Oh, that was satisfying. I'm just gonna go after it right now. I always put these things off, but I'm actually just gonna go after this right now. I think I need to look up how to remove this properly instead of me just like picking it off like this, but we'll see what the internet says. And for now, maybe I just do a little sand on the inside, a little clean, and paint the inner part of it, and then once I figure out how to like actually get the remnants of the rest of, because it's just on the back. Why is it on the back? Wow, okay, I feel like this is me when I like start to pick one pimple, you know what I mean? Like I can't stop. Okay, one thing at a time. That was entertaining to do, but let's focus. They're so gross, oh my God. Change of clothes is needed. I moved my plant because I think she needs less intense sun. She has not been happy since moving to this apartment, and it's like I've moved her so many different places, but I actually think this is her place because the room is bright. Anyways, doesn't matter. I got this silver plate that is gonna go on my dining room table with my candles. Oh, that was cute. I like it. Brings a little bit of like a modern feel to my kind of rustic candlestick wine bottles, the table, and then it kind of ties in with these like more really modern chairs as well. So that was kind of the thought process there. Also really simple. Like I don't want a lot of stuff. This is just like really simple, very practical, so that way the candle wax doesn't fall on the table, and we like it. It's good. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so you know how I said I couldn't stop? Yeah, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. But I ended up talking to my friend on the phone for like half an hour. So then the picking continued, but I was being productive at the same time because I was communicating with a loved person. And now we are here. We are here with this mess. But I had an epiphany while I was on the phone. And that epiphany was, I have always wanted to tile the top of a dresser situation. Like all of the cute things that I always see on Pinterest that are like super kind of like, what do I call that? Like it's like playful yet can be done really elegantly as well. And I'm gonna do it to the tops of these. Oh my goodness, how good is that gonna look? Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna use the paint, we're gonna get there, but I'm gonna use the paint that I sampled. We're gonna do these in like the darker pink. Should we do the darker pink? I like the darker pink. Should we do the darker pink? Yeah, we're gonna do the darker pink and then find some tiles somewhere, like small ones, and then grout it ourselves, and everything is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be so nice. I really like projects like this. And I also I'm a sucker for something unique. Maybe that's why I'm still single, because we got too many cookie cutter boys out here. I'm just kidding. Everyone's super unique and super awesome. Well, but on uniqueness, I think like, I personally just like really don't like a lot of like social standards and I don't know, things that are like going on in this world. Like I've tried to like condone myself, or like, you know, I read on the internet, well, like you gotta do this if you want this, or like you have to do X, Y, and Z to find love. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, like this makes sense. Like I hear what they're saying, and like, you know, it makes sense. I get it. So then I've like tried to mold and shape myself into like a person that like either wants those things or does those things or feels that way or like thinks it's right. And I'm like, no, like this is right. So like if I want the things that I want, then I have to, you know, put myself in this like box. And it's only led me to feel ashamed. It's only led me into more shame. And I've come to realize that I actually just want to be my unique self in whatever modality that is. And like, it's weird. Like I'm a weird person, as we all are. But like these societal standards, like, it's just like become what we're accustomed to. It's just like become what we're used to. And so then we think like, well, that's the norm and it must be the norm for the reason. So then I have to like, you know, fit into this like box to feel worthy of like the things that everyone's telling me are like good and healthy and like blah blah blah. But it's like, well, no, like there's actually like every person alive has their own life path. Every single person alive has their own life path times the amount of people that have ever lived in the entire world ever. We are all on our different journey. Every single one of us. There actually is no norm. That is like impossible. There may be like averages or like things that people have in common, but like the whole world around us is made up Everything we believe is just like made up. Like, there's scientific evidence that like we can show certain things, but like everyone is so different and so unique that like it's impossible to say like this is the one and only standard that should ever be enacted upon. Like, no, what? What? Now I'm trying to be very honest about how things actually make me feel, because that is actually how I'm gonna get to know myself, instead of shaming myself for, ooh, like that felt good, or like that was exciting, or like I didn't really like that and that wasn't very nice. Instead of shaming myself for like feeling a particular way because one thing is seen as good or one thing is seen as bad in society, like I'm just gonna be like, that felt good to me. Okay, why? Like I'm gonna be curious. I'm gonna ask myself questions, but like I don't want to shame myself for liking something that society tells me is wrong. Well, it's like if I like it and it's not doing anyone else harm and it's doing me good by liking it and feeling confident in myself and like feeling good about myself, then like why is it wrong? The whole world is shaped by someone else's idea. For instance, reading the Plato's or listening to the Plato's Republic, Socrates has like literally came up with our idea of justice in this world. Like without him and his like philosophical conversations about justice, like I don't think the world would be what it is now. That is like one person asking questions about like one idea. That's been happening always with so many different people. And like our whole world is just like made up by somebody else out there asking questions. Why don't you ask yourself some questions? Huh? Why don't I ask myself some questions and see how they actually make me feel, instead of being like, that's wrong, I shouldn't like that. I think that's wrong, and we shouldn't be doing that, in my humble opinion. One thing I have been thinking about doing is actually making a dedicated video about all of the lessons I've learned in dating so far. Let me know if that would interest you, because I think it could be a goodie. So you let me know what you think. I think I'm probably gonna make it anyways because I want to. I didn't press record. I put carrots into a pan. Sometimes I'm more creative. Other times I just add water to a thick sauce and make it runnier. If I had a glass of wine right now, that would be divine. I don't know how practical this is due to the fact that it's such a small table, but like, I really only like to hang out with one person at a time anyways. And dating for love makes me not like my life, because it makes me feel like I'm missing something. It makes me think that I don't have enough. I don't have the thing. I don't have the full life yet. I shouldn't be happy even yet. Even though there's one side that's like, you have to love yourself and be happy before you can meet anybody that will love you fully and completely. It's like, yeah, I hear that. But then if you're telling me that like, the only way to like be complete as a human being is to grow your relationships and like have a companion and like live a happy life with the nuclear family and it's like, what do you want from me, you know? Like, what do you want? And I'm done with it. I'm here to ask me what I want. I want to ask me what I want.